So this is where my A45S real journey begins. As we all know, these cars from factory sounds like a hairdryer, but that's about to change. Welcome to part 5 of Project Payday, and let's begin. Right, so in this video, I will be removing the standard cuts and potentially the OPFs, just to get a bit more sound from the car, because at the moment I cannot get used to the sound of this car after driving the other A45, which is extremely loud. And if you guys haven't seen the video and build on that one, click up there. But yeah, let me show you the parts that I will be putting on this car, the exhaust parts that I will be installing. And then we'll move on to removing the exhaust system and getting this fitted. But these are the parts that I have got. Boom. So these are the parts that will be replacing my standard exhaust. So that part will be replacing the standard catalytic converter. This is then joined to that one. And then after this is the OPF. Look at the build quality of these parts and the welds. They're absolutely amazing. And if you guys want to purchase this, head over to our website and grab yourself one exhaust system and transform your AMG into a real AMG. But yeah, look at this. This going to replace the catalytic converter, and it's already heat shielded, so that will retain the heat within the exhaust system, which makes it a bit more efficient. But yeah, time for me to move on to removing a lot of stuff, such as I think the turbocharger has got to come off. Needs to be disassembled for the catalytic to be removed. So the car's going to go up, remove the rest of the exhaust, and they'll come back and start disassembling the turbocharger. Let's go. Right, so the car is up in the air, and first thing first, these trays has got to come off, underbody paneling, whatever you want to call it, and then we have that clamp, I think, yep, that one there. Then the OPF, which is this big box, and OPF or GPF, whatever you want to call it, and then what I need to do is drop the entire exhaust first, and then disconnect that, and the cut will be, I think, pulled upwards. So, right, let's see where we go. Let's drop the exhaust first. Lovely. So engine cover is coming off. Set this aside, and then now we need to, what do I need to do now? So this bracket needs to come off, and then this bracket needs to come off, that clamp, the sensors, bank 1 catalytic oil, O2 sensor, temperature sensor, and the cut sits back there. I think we have to disassemble the turbo, so this side of the turbo needs to come off for us to remove this. So interesting. Right, how do you remove this though? This one is, oh, it goes behind the shield, so that is 8mm. Right. Oh, look at this. It's like some, what? It's not even like a proper nut, but it's like a sheet metal turned into and there's one on that side, which is, mate, I can't even fit the tool in there. So I've removed the fire extinguisher madness pipe thing, this one, which cools down the turbo, the clamp that sits here, and now to remove this clamp. So that should just come off like that, and then this side There we go. And this clamp it's quite hot. Whoa, 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 whoa. So yeah, that's done. Now O2 sensor, temperature sensor, O2 sensor, back pressure sensor, more temperature sensors. Damn, it's got a lot of sensors. And also then the turbo. So yeah, let me remove these ones. So we have a bit of a situation. There's few bolts that I'm struggling to access. So I have stripped most of the pipes and the intake on the intake system. So the filter box and all the pipe that feeds the turbo has been removed. I need to remove the actuators and stuff on that side so we can then disassemble the turbo. But the problem is I can't access the bolt, one of the bolts that holds the cut. So if we look at this one, so this bolt on the downpipe we cannot access because the oil feed, the oil return, the turbo oil and coolant return lines are blocking it. So we have a situation, trying to figure that one out, and then it shouldn't be too hard, but currently stuck in a situation, so I might have to remove the charge pipes and all these piping down here. So see if you can access a bolt that down there. So it's literally down there behind these oil return and coolant return lines. So situations after situation, this is not easy. It's not as easy as it looks on Mercedes diagrams. Right, I need to figure a way out removing that. So the current progress, as you can see, that is the cut back there. Primary cut, secondary cut or OPF. And as you can see, now we're removing that bolt, which is an absolute nightmare to get to. Temperature sensor from there is disconnected, which is here. Then there is back pressure differential pressure sensors. As you can see, that one over there is disconnected. Currently disconnecting that bolt, and then there's two bolts for which you need to remove the splash guard, and they sit literally up there, yeah, around there. So two bolts there, and then the last part would be a clamp down there. Once that's done, then we can go up, remove the turbocharger and the exhaust manifold and take this down. But yeah, getting close, halfway there. Let's continue. Right, so finally making some good progress. As you can see, that pipe, that clamp was, oh my god, so hard to take off. But that's disconnected. And now, the other bolt that sits, or the nut that sits up there, I don't know if you can see it down there, over there, that one is being removed. Now as you can see, the car just moves, so we need to go to the top of the car, lower the car, and then start removing stuff from the top. Right, so making some good progress. Had a bit of an issue with some of the bolts that's currently that was holding the catalytic converter, but finally they're all out. And now it's time for me to start removing the turbocharger and also the exhaust manifold. So after that, as soon as that's removed, then we can transfer all the sensors to the new one and put that in. But oh boy, this is not an easy job. Expect to pay around 600, maybe even 700, maybe even 800 for this job. This is ridiculous. But you know what? We're almost there. We're halfway there. Turbo's next, exhaust manifold, and then we'll put the new downpipes in there. Let's go. Half of the turbo has been removed, and we are getting access to the exhaust manifold. So here is the one side of the turbocharger, and now I've removed the nuts from the exhaust manifold. That's going to come off, and then we should be able to lift out the catalytic converter. This is not an easy job, but yeah, let me show you the current progress so far, and we are getting very close The next part would be to put that one in and transfer the sensor. So here is where I am at right now. As we can see, that's the turbocharger. Do not damage these fins, they're specifically calibrated. But anyways, exhaust manifold, I've removed all the nuts, and time for that to wiggle out of place. As you can see, it's quite loose. So that's going to come out, and then once we remove that, we should be able to lift out the catalytic converter straight out, transfer the sensors and everything over, and start bolting everything back together. So as you can see, we have removed pretty much half of the engine bay. Just that one to come out, this one to come out, and then we'll put the new pipes in. Let's go. Exhaust manifold is, you have to be very careful not to hit the turbocharger, and this is heavy. Oh boy, that is getting very close. Ooh, and there we go. Finally, exhaust manifold is out. Losing gaskets already. So yeah, this is exhaust manifolds. Set this aside. And now, the most important bit of the night, of the day, is the cat. Let's see if we can lift it. Should be able to. Nice and steady. What is he stuck on? Let me have a quick look down there. I think we need to remove that bottom pipe first. Question is how. Right, so finally everything has been disconnected, and it's time to lift out this cat. Taking into account we don't damage the turbocharger, and let's be very, very gentle. This is heavy. Oh man, this is a workout and a half. All right, let's twist that now. Oh, finally, here it is. For this little thing, we have to disconnect the turbocharger and literally take apart the entire engine. There we go. So as you can see, that is the turbocharger. I just removed the cat, and that one we need to extract as well. So we'll pull this one out. So that can sit here, and time to start transferring the sensors from here and put the new one in. So yeah, let's finish this one off. Yep, let's go. Flow. Subscribe to Gaan Performance. Yep. Ooh, 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 ooh. Watch out for the impellers. I can't put that on until I lower this, I guess. Yep. So it has to be two separate pieces, unfortunately. And it's about to go down. Ooh, it's getting close. It's getting close there. But we are good. So we do need to move that way, and then oopsie, and that will go over there. like that. That is a lovely job. We are done. Let's go home now. Joking. Turbo bolts, door sensors, pressure sensors. Oh, this needs to go on. Where is the? Oh, the actuator. Oh yes, I know where it is. Actuator is here. Right. So the exhaust manifold is back on. There is a specific torque pattern that we have to usually follow. So, and the torque setting for the exhaust manifold nuts are 14 Newton meters. Now it's time to put the other half of the turbocharger on and slowly start putting everything else back together and get the car started. So hopefully it should be back together very soon. So let's continue the hard work and let's not lose any more bolts. Yep, let's go. So this one is quite delicate. Time. You know what? I don't want to risk this here. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, I think that will give us enough space. So this will go in like that. There we go. So that's the two halves of the turbo together. The clamp is here. So right, so it is getting pretty late, but I'm determined I can finish the car off tonight. So I have a bit of stuff left to assemble and the rest of the car is almost done. So as you can see, the turbo, manifold, all of that is back on, the battery's back on. Just need to put the airbox, the ECU, and lift the car up now, finish all the bolts, torque everything at the bottom, put the under tray on, and then give the car a start and see how the car sounds, and hopefully see if I've missed anything, any connectors, any wiring, which I know I should. I haven't, but you know, it's always good to check. So let me jack the car up, finish the underneath, and then we'll come back and give the car a start. Ooh, everything is done as far as I'm aware. I don't know if I've missed anything, but we're about to find out. So this is going to be the first start. I haven't started the car yet. I'm just going to quickly run over everything to make sure I haven't missed any connectors, and then give the car a start and do our final checks. And then yeah, it's pretty late, so the mapping and the secondary card, the OPF's going to be tomorrow or another time. Right, so the car is finally back together. Last night we did finish really late. It was about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I just quickly put the car back together and finished the car off. I did do a quick test drive to make sure there's no leaks or anything, and now the car is fully post-checked and everything is spot on. So we're going to take a quick test drive and you guys can hear how the car sounds. It sounds insane, absolutely insane. And if you own one of these, you have to do this essential mod. And speaking of essential mods, if you want to buy this exhaust, head over to our website and you can purchase one of these bad boys for your car and get it fitted and make the car sound like a real AMG. Right, so here's the car. After the last test drive, that shield has turned gold instead of silver, but it looks really cool. Matches the turbo. But yeah, everything is back together, all the sensors, everything. It looks rather normal from here and from all angles. But in terms of sound, it sounds totally different. A cold start is, you know, it's not really annoying. It doesn't drone speeds, but in terms of a start, here, this is how she sounds. Right, so this is going to be the first start. I need to clear all these errors, but for now, let's see how she sounds. And yeah, that sounds amazing. A lot louder than stock, and that's in comfort as well. So comfort setting, if we go to open the valve, you can see the difference in tone. And also if you go to sports mode, you can hear the difference in the valve opening. Right, now that the cold start has gone through, temperatures are all up, let's give it a rev and see. That sounds absolutely insane. But the thing is, you know, the sound that you're hearing right now is loud, but it's, I would say, twice as loud when you are driving, when the car is under load. So next thing would be to go for a drive, and let's not waste any time, let's go. And now this is how the car actually sounds like. So yeah, mate, that is insane. Oh my god. Oh, that makes the car so much more fun. Okay, so now it's time. We're gonna do, I'm gonna try to launch the car to see how the car sounds on a launch. So let's go into race mode and let's get into position. And we will come into position, left foot. Oh my god! Whoa! Oh my god! Listen to the exhaust in race mode. Yeah. Oh man! Oh, I could never get enough of this. Man, I got no words. I literally have no words on how good this car sounds right now. That is insane. I did not expect this car to sound this good with just the downpipe. I thought I would need to remove the secondary cut, or I think this is a OPF, I don't know, it's further down, straight after the exhaust. And then I thought maybe the mufflers, I'm going to leave the mufflers because of the valves, so I can make them quieter and louder. But I thought I would need to do a bit more work to get this kind of sound, because I think it's just perfect like that. We're going to leave the rest of the exhaust exactly untouched, and I am happy with this. In comfort mode, it's amazing, quiet and comfortable, and in sports mode it just comes to a complete, it just comes to life. It sounds like a real AMG. You know, we all know these cars move like crazy, the power the outputs is crazy, but now it sounds like a real AMG. And with that being said, if you want to make your A45S into a real AMG and want to get that beautiful sound, head over to our website and order yourself one of these downpipe, fit them in, and this will completely transform your car. Even on standstill, it just sounds insane. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching it. To like the video, share the video, and I shall see you next time.